Hello Stampers, welcome to another rubber redneck video tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to be demonstrating how to make this little seed packet holder. This is the one I created using our Hello Blossom stamp. And then you just untie it here and open it up to the inside where the seed packets go. So first, to create the base, what you need to do is cut a piece of cardstock at 5 3/4 by 7 1/2. I cut this out of old olive cardstock. I scored it at 3 3/4 of an inch in. So score it in at 3 3/4. Turn it and score it in 1 inch on the one side only. This will be to create your pockets. Once you've scored it, you want to crease on the scored lines really good, fold them over. So then your seed packet will be like this, and will close together like that. We're going to do the inside first. Once you have created that 1 inch flap there, you want to take some sticky strip and you want to apply that on the ends, on the 1 inch side here, and just go up to that scored line. And you're going to do that on the end, and then place that in the center right over the scored line. Once you have done that, you want to peel off the backing off the sticky strip. And then you're going to fold it upwards and press down good. Use the bone folder to get it pressed down really good. And then to finish decorating the inside, I cut 2 pieces of our Playdate Designer Series paper. I cut that at 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. I applied snail to the back, and I just attached that right in the center of that old olive cardstock here. And do the same thing on the other side, just line them up. And then that is your pockets to slide your seed packets in here, like that. Then what we're going to do is go back and finish decorating the outside of this. And it may buckle just a little, so you'll want to take the bone folder and crease that again really good. You want to cut 1 piece of chocolate chip cardstock at 3 1/2 by 4 1/2. Then you're going to cut 2 pieces of, you're going to cut 1 piece of Playdate Designer Series paper in the red pattern. You want to cut this at 2 inches by 3 1/4. And then you're going to snail that to the chocolate chip cardstock on one side. And then you're going to cut 1 piece of the Playdate Designer Series paper in the So Saffron pattern. You want to cut this at 1 3/4 by 3 1/4. Apply snail to the back of that and attach that to the chocolate chip cardstock. You'll notice I left a gap here. We're going to cover that with a piece of our 5/8 old olive grosgrain ribbon. And you're just going to apply a glue dot to one end and then wrap that around the center of the chocolate chip cardstock there, covering that Designer Series paper. And again, you're just going to apply a glue dot to the other end of the 5/8 old olive cardstock, or 5/8 old olive ribbon. So you'll have that. Then what I did was I took the chocolate chip Stampin' Right marker and I added fake stitching around on the designer series paper just to add a little more to the designer series paper. I then took Stampin' Dimensionals and placed on the back of the chocolate chip cardstock, one in each corner here. And then peel off the backing on the Stampin' Dimensionals and attach to the old olive cardstock. So you'll have that so far. Next, you want to take some of our baker's twine, white, and you're going to just wrap this around the center of that 5/8 old olive grosgrain ribbon, and then cut however much you may need to make a bow out of that. And once you've made your bow, just snip the end of your baker's twine there. So you have that so far. Then you want to cut a piece of Whisper white cardstock at 2 inches by 3 inches. I took the Hello Blossom stamp, I colored it with our Stampin' Right markers. I used Real Red, Old Olive, and Chocolate Chip. I then took the Tempting Turquoise one and just drew a line around the edge of the Whisper white cardstock. You want to cut a piece of Tempting Turquoise cardstock next. You want to cut that at 1 inches by 3 inches. I used the Pinking Heart border punch and punched out one side. You're going to snail that to the Whisper white cardstock. So part of just the border kind of shows on that Tempting Turquoise. I took our designer label punch, and I punched out only half of it in Tempting Turquoise cardstock. I took the chocolate chip Stampin' Right marker and added a little stitching around the edges again. You want to snail that to the Whisper white cardstock, and you're just going to place that a little bit offset there onto that Whisper white cardstock like that. Then you're going to apply Stampin' Dimensionals to the back. And I just put 2 in the center. Actually, no, you want 2 on the edge here like this instead. Sorry. And the reason why you want them on the edge instead is so that the ribbon can slide back and forth underneath here to open and close this. And then to finish it off, what I did was I took some basic jewels rhinestones and added them into the center of the flowers, covering up the word hello. And then I added 2 more onto the little designer tab over here onto the right side. And that completes our little seed packet. Thank you for watching.